offer our thoughts, sometimes our condolences, our critique, our feelings, and we're going to vote for these 2 games. Actually, it's going to be 3 games. Why? Because we just ended a stream on accident. That's my fault. And this is part 2. Okay, this is part 2. So we played the first game. That's part 1. The link will be in the description. And then today, or right now in this live stream, we're going to play the next 2 games, okay? Because this is a new stream, just wanted to make sure I shout out the new students who joined Full-Time Game Dev during the Black Friday sale. Ryan, Daniel, M, Jason, Jacob, Whitney, Nicola, David, Kristen, Juan. Thank you so much for joining Full-Time Game Dev. And by the way, if you want to join Full-Time Game Dev, you've got 2 hours left and 21 minutes to join this massive program. If you want to learn how to not only hit the Steam front page, find a publisher, that means get funded with just a demo. Yes, you can do that. I've done that 3 times. Or get funded on Kickstarter. I've done that 2 times. Get press coverage from major press outlets. I've done this a dozen times. Or reach out to streamers, get streamers to play a game. If you want to do that, that's the marketing side. But if you want to learn how to make a game in Unity, Godot, or Unreal, you could pick one. The course teaches all of them, but you could pick one. Or if you want to learn 2D art or 3D art, you'll get those programs completely free, but only for the next 2 hours. Okay, so it's over after that. And if you wonder, does this guy actually know what he's talking about? Well, I'm actually published by 3D Realms right now. This is my 3rd commercial release. I was also published by Serenity Forge with my game Neversong, and also by Armor Games. Some of you probably know Armor Games for my game Pinstripe. That's my Switch version. All right, let's jump into the next game. Sorry about that, guys, for those of you who are joining us and you're in the previous live stream. But we're going to jump into the next game. For those of you who are curious, in the previous stream, which we did an hour ago, we played a game called Devoid. The link is in the description for you to check that out. If you just want to click the link below, keep this open, and click the link below, you can just take a look at Devoid and see what you think. But we're going to jump into the next game, okay? The next game is called Where the Flock. Right off the bat, there's a missing, in my opinion, there's a missing pun here or a missing joke. It should be what the flock, not where the flock. Where the flock makes it really confusing. What the flock makes way more sense. And I looked it up actually, and what the flock is completely available. So I would grab that if I was the developer and change the name to what the flock, not where the flock. Where can I get good free music for my game trailer? Well, I mean, if it's free, it's probably not going to be great. You know, you pay for what you get with music, that's for sure. Good job, developer. Good job. We demand the Thomas Brush Improvised Mouth Sounds Asset Pack. Thank you. That's very sweet of you. All right, let's play this game here, guys. Now, I'm going to turn this down, and I want to comment on how important this menu is. Okay, first off, the music is great. That feels freaking good. You'll notice there's a pixelation issue, though, when it comes to the background. It appears that the developer is not using bicubic for their sprites. We need to use bicubic. Bicubic, is it bicubic, guys? Yeah, I'm right. It's bicubic. And turn off bitmaps. Otherwise, you're gonna get a compressed look. Everything needs to be super crisp. Is it bicubic? Is it bicubic? My brain is... Anyway, there's an import setting in all of your sprites. You need to make sure you turn that on. Let me know in the chat what it is, guys, to make them look crisp. So, and this is for the developer. It's not for my ego. I want the developer to know. Really glad they have a sound when switching between the two here. That is awesome. Good.
Hello there, stranger.
My old bones can't keep up with these tiny sheep. Why is B capitalized? They've only gone and gotten themselves lost on the mountain. Help me get them back home, won't you please? It'll be easy. Here, let me show you. An M dash typically indicates you used AI to write something. This is just a modern thing. Old copywriters, I used to work with copywriters at marketing agencies when I was just graduated college in 2013. M dashes were really cool. Copywriters loved using them. AI, you're careful with M dashes. I mean, it's fine. You used it appropriately. Just know people think that way these days. My old bones can't keep up with these tiny sheep anymore. They've only gotten themselves lost on the mountain. Help me get them back home, won't you please? It'll be easy. Here, let me show you. I'll start by opening the gate, allowing them to move through this next section of the mountain. Just give it a little tap, a click, and it'll pop right open. Use your mouse to scroll around the mountain scenery. Okay, I'm clicking. Nothing's happening. I hit play. I can't scroll around or anything. It's not AI. I'm not saying it's AI. I'm saying people think that way now. Who is this? Okay, the dev is here. Thank God. Yeah. Oil Spill says, don't let AI win. Keep using M dashes. It's okay. You know, we can stand on principle, and that's totally fine. Or we can just admit that people think M dashes are AI. It's just what happens. It's a new world, guys. Dev, I can't click or do anything. You want to give me an idea of what's going on here? Use your mouse to scroll around the mountain scenery. Oh, left and right, I think. Got it. Okay, so I would say, if I were you, because I thought that I needed to click and move, and I could sort of pan, which is fine. I'm kind of dumb, so you're probably right here. But I would say put a little arrow over here and have it sort of flash, and it's maybe looks kind of has a soft faded look, so that I know to move my mouse over here, and teach me that. All right, let's go. Dev, I like the music. I don't know why this looks so rough here, though. We were talking about it earlier. There's some compression method. Bilinear. Thank you. It's bilinear. Didn't I say that? Yeah, bilinear. It's bilinear. Set your sprites to bilinear, and I would say even your sheep have a little bit of a blur to them. So I'm wondering if either you're scaling it up and it's not actually 4K, but it does kind of look 4K, but your fonts don't look 4K. Anyway, let's go. Okay. Let's open up this. So this one I can't click for some reason, and this I can't click for some reason. I would make this one look different. I would have it highlighted or something, because they look identical, but they are not identical. So the rule is, if they're not identical, in their behavior, they need to look different, especially in a puzzle game. Tiny sheep are not the smartest sheep in the world. AI dash, they'll walk straight off a cliff if you let them. They're also very squishy, so if they fall from too high up, they'll splat on the ground below. That's why that I is uncapitalized or lowercase. That's why I brought these handy parachutes. And by the way, some of you are thinking, why is Thomas nitpicking the text? Publishers do that, and players do that. Just feels it pulls them out when they catch a typo. That's why I brought these handy parachutes. Click on the parachute button, then click on a sheep to apply a parachute. That'll get them down safely. Remember, you must save all. I love that you did that. How did you do that? All the sheep to get to the next stage of the mountain. If you fail, just hit the redo button and have another go. All right. So I do this. Great music. Wait. Hold on, sorry. Oh, I have to select it. Okay, got it. Let's try again. I think I have to select it, right? Put your parachute on, bro. I love that. That's hilarious. Gotta add typos on purpose to show that it's not AI. It's a sad world we live in. Guys, I'm just telling you what I'm learning, okay? All right. Tools of the trade. Terrain in these parts can be treacherous, so it's always helpful to have some wood to build things with, particularly platforms for the sheep to travel over. Click on the log button to activate the tool. You can rotate logs by right-clicking before placing them anywhere you want. Be careful to line them up nicely so the sheep don't get stuck. All right. I'm actually really enjoying this. Okay. So let's see, we're supposed to get, this feels great. Really good game feel. Bonus points, dude, if you make it go when you place it, like this. Just a subtle little with a bubble sound. I don't agree. I don't think the music gets annoying. I kind of like it. Welcome to the 90s, which, you know, we're playing basically a 90s game here, which is totally fine. It's kind of a throwback game. In the 90s, they'd play the same song on repeat. Sometimes a parachute just isn't enough. Fans work well with parachutes and provide that extra bit of oomph to direct sheep to where they need to get to go. Just like logs, you can rotate them. There's one catch though. Fans need to be attached to land. Oh, and also, M-dash, remember M-dash, there's more than one way to get through a stage of the mountain. So fans have to be attached to the ground. Got it. So this is great. Good teaching here, bud. Pretty solid here. Let's just give him a parachute just in case. I don't know what I did here, but hey. What? Okay, let's see what. There they are. Hey, bud, are you gonna die? Oh no, he's good. Hey, this is creative. I don't know if this game's gonna go viral. I don't know about that. I think it's a solid title though. Great game feel. It's funny. Good teaching. The music, graphics are good. It's a solid game. The art style is fine. With like a really, like if you had like a Fez look to this, and it was really trendy looking, it could really help it a lot. I'm trying to figure out how to make this go viral, or like how to make it more marketable, especially for streamers. I hate to say it. Who knows? Who can give the 3 things that'll make this more streamable? I'm not saying you have to do this. But who knows the 3 things that can make this streamable? One of the games that all the streamers want to play. Yeah, mobile to me makes the most sense. But there are 3 things. There's a variety of things, but I think there's 3 things that can make this streamable. I'm not saying do this, because honestly, I don't want to make my game. I don't really care about my games being super streamable. I like making classic games, classic story games. Rage. Some multiplayer aspect. And, oh man, gambling. Live service slop. Streamers love it. Yeah, oh, gore. That's another one. Like, if it was super gory. Yeah. Yeah, multiplayer, gambling components. You know, you taking risks, big rewards. Makes it really exciting. Horror or, like, violence. If this was, like, a zombie game. So if it was because it's too playful for streamers to, I think, to care, because streamers are looking at how do I get views, and so if you made it horror with like zombies and it was violent and it was scary and it was moody and it had like a old school horror feel to it, it would be more streamable. Not that it matters. I mean, like from like an integrity perspective, but virality kind of depends on streamability. Make gore a setting that you have to turn on, though. Yeah, if you're gonna put gore in it, put a lot of gore in it, especially for a playful, cartoony game like this. Let's try again here. Yeah, I'd say steaks. Not lamb chops, steaks. Steaks are going to be what help this game. Steaks are, what I mean is, adding a ton of risk so that I can't just goof off. I'm not saying you have to do that. I'm just saying that could help make it streamable or turn it into a rage game. Where it's like, you cannot make a single mistake. And it's this giant open world. And you're trying to get from the bot. If you did this, I would say release it as is. But if you want to make, like, take the assets and turn it into something that's potentially, I don't know, potentially viral and streamable, what I would do is I'd make it a single level. And I'd go from the ground, and then it would be about climbing this huge giant mountain. And you have 5 sheep, and the goal is to get one to the top. And they're always moving. So they're moving pretty slow, and you have all of you start with like a few things, and then as you get from layer to layer to layer, you get more and more things, and it's sort of just this speed game. It's almost like a puzzle game where you have to think quickly. And you're just adding, going up as it's climbing up. And I would turn it into a permadeath rage game. I want to get y'all's thoughts on that. If we wanted to make this quote-unquote streamable, that would be it. That's what I would do. If I was to spin the chamber and make this game into my next game, that's what I would do. Multiplayer, the way to make it multiplayer is you have 2 mouses, and you have one person who has like the one thing and one ability, like the stones here, and then the other person, or the wood here, and then the other person has the parachute and the fan, and you're just placing stuff as a team trying to get up. But I would say it would just have to be a chaotic game for it to, and intense for it to be streamable. Giving me a destination, going higher and higher and higher and higher, and increasing the stakes as I go higher and higher and higher, and permadeath would make this streamable. As it stands though now, great chill game to drink coffee with, hang out with friends, and by what I mean is like stream with you guys. I just don't know if streamers are going to play this thing in mass, right? Which, what do I know? Because my games don't really get, well, they do, but like not to the extent of like a lot of viral friend slap games. You can make it where both players have different items, but you can steal each other's placed items. Yeah, so what we're doing here is we're not saying the game is wrong. We're trying to say, okay, this works in like the early 2000s or the 90s. But if you want to make it into a profitable product, I'm just spitballing here, guys. I don't have all the answers. You want to try and tie in stuff that makes it streamable. I'm not saying add boobs and violence. I'm saying increase the stakes, which actually makes it really fun. Increase the tension and the stakes as we continue to play. And give me multiple paths and make it very dynamic and different. So if I go up the left side, or I go up the right side, or I go up the center of the mountain, there's always these different paths I can take. And then making it multiplayer so that everyone can click together would be really fun. Yeah. I don't know if the sheep's having more personality or giving the sheep's colors. I don't think any of that's going to make this game more marketable or fun. Because I don't think you're solving the core issue. And the core issue is that it's just a pretty standard puzzle game. And it does everything well, but it's just standard. It's not doing anything like super new, which again is totally fine. You don't have to do everything new. So will they turn around? There they go. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think adding enemies is a good idea. And by the way, that might be in the future. I don't think that's a good idea either. I think instead we need to give the player immediately increase what's already there, which is this is a challenging game. The sheeps die. Okay, well let's crank that up to 11 and make it so that the higher you get, the more and more dangerous it is. That's what I would do. Yeah, that's what I would do, guys. Okay, let's keep playing here. Just a quick reminder that you guys have about 2 hours left for the Cyber Monday sale, which, by the way, is the same as the Black Friday sale. 50% off my massive program, Full-Time Game Dev. But you're also going to get all of my courses, every single one, for free with that. My 2D art course, my 3D art course, my YouTube course, my Stream My Game course. Stream My Game is how to get streamers to play your game. All of this is included free with the 50% off Full-Time Game Dev course. It's a massive program taught by an actual indie game dev who makes real games. So if you want to join the program, now's the time. All right, and you can go through it, at your own pace through 2026. And there's no risk because, hey, there's a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you don't like it, just email thomas@fulltimegamedev.com. Say refund, instant refund, no questions asked. Won't even think twice about it. And in fact, you're not even emailing me. You're emailing Hector, my buddy, who answers emails. So you don't have to feel ashamed because you're emailing Thomas for a refund. So there's really no risk. Okay. Resources are running low, so we're going to need to be careful of how we use them. When a tool only has a limited number of uses, you'll see that number in the bottom left-hand corner. Get creative and see what you can come up with. So yeah, what I was mentioning earlier was stakes, right? And I think a lot of developers, or the developer might be thinking, well, that removes the planning phase, right? Well, there's something, and the planning phase could be fun because it's part of the puzzling, where you sort of sit here and you think and you build before they exit. I'm curious what would happen if it was a game where you're climbing a mountain. And by the way, that's really important. Giving me a destination is so important. And also climbing something is great because it increases the stakes. The higher and higher you get, the more a fall can be deadly. And you have to start over. So I think that's just a cool idea. But what I was going to say was, what if you had it so that it was layer by layer by layer, and you still had a planning phase like you do now, but you had only like 30 seconds to think. So there's a timer. And so you have to go, oh crap, let's think. And you're given this tense moment where you have to think, okay, What do I need to do here? Because like I could spend all day just putting together some kind of system here, which I guess is fine. I'm just spitballing here, just thinking out loud. I have 2 parachutes. So I guess... Oh, there's no blood. Too bad. Yeah. Overall, I think this game is pretty great. I do. I don't think it's going to sell like a 100,000 copies. But it's doing everything it should. It really is. I think it's doing everything it should. It feels great. It feels really good. I think the developer actually knows what they're doing. I think the developer knows what they're doing. And I think the developer needs to definitely release this thing and then keep making games, because there's a solid understanding of game feel and teaching mechanics. So really good job to the developer. Yeah, in terms of like making it marketable and making it sellable, making it something that people want to buy in mass, I think it has to do something new. And I don't think it does something new. It feels like a really solid like Flash game from early 2000s, which is not, it's not a negative thing. It's just that kind of stuff is free most of the time. And so it's not something that I think people are going to buy in mass. So I would figure out a way to increase the stakes, increase the tension, and potentially add rage to it. I hate to say it, but I would probably make it really violent, because I think that would be funny. But I've just said a lot of things that probably would piss people off, because here I am trying to make it commercial. But that's what I would do. Okay, let's move on to the next game. All right, guys. The next game is Hambagu Shop. Very good. So yeah, I'm not saying it needs to be violent. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if it were me and it was under the Thomas Brush Atmos Games brand, I would definitely make it dark and violent. It would be, because here's why. Let me try and explain. It's not, okay. I'm gonna quit the game really quick for the next game. Let me try and explain what I'm saying. It's not that I'm saying violence is cool by default. Boobs and violence. What I am saying is, when you have something really, really playful, like Sheep, when you add a contrasting element to that, it makes it interesting. So the goal here is to make a Sheep game that looks like a Flash game from the early 2000s. The goal is to turn that into something that is eye-catching and unique. It doesn't have to be blood. It could be anything else that makes that adds contrast to Sheep, right? Sheep are very fluffy, right? And soft and cute. So the idea is to add some kind of contrasted element, aka tension, high stakes music, a timer that increases the tension. Because when I think of Sheep, I think of sleeping and I think of coziness. I like to add contrast to my games. Contrast is kind of a hack to get a game to have just a unique spin on it. So I'm just spitballing stuff. Give the Sheep boobs. It needs a little more urge, a little more reason to play. All right, here we go. Oh. Yeah, that's not horrifying. I love that. Good job. Okay, does the hover have a sound? It does. Does the keyboard work? No. This is pixelated, except for the logo. Now, if you're gonna do a logo that's not pixelated. You can do what Celeste does. Celeste has very high quality graphics and illustrations. Click start game. I like this menu. This demo represents a work in progress. The game is still in development, and some content, visuals, and gameplay elements may change in the final version. Start the demo. 1 week bereavement. Leave. And I'm already late to work. It feels strange walking back in. Like nothing ever happened. But I'm fine now. At least I think I am. Let's just get through the day. You're late, Mary. Your shift started 30 minutes ago. I need you to be on standby before the dinner rush. Hurry up and change into your uniform in the staff room. Then get back here right away. No, is it lagging? Are we good? Check 1 2 1 2 a 1 2 a 1 2 a 1 2. Y'all let me know. We got a lag here. This feels really good. Stable now? Good, okay. This actually looks really good, guys. The lighting is rock solid. It's just dark enough. I love you. What are you still doing here? Go change into your uniform. I wonder if you could, I don't know, make it feel less high poly. But it's whatever. It looks pretty good. Oh, that's fun. This is the stuff that matters. I love this. That is what matters. In and out. That stuff matters, guys. Finally, I'm so satisfied when developers think about that stuff. It's so important. All right, let's go put our work uniform on. Anyone know how to submit a game? The way to submit a game is to pay me and I'll play the games. Obviously, that's not true. I have to say that really quick. That's not true. I'm joking. Follow me on Twitter at ThomasBrushDev, x.com/ThomasBrushDev. Click follow. And then I post whenever I'm going to stream for the day. I post in the morning and say, hey, I'm going to stream your games today. And then you just put a link below. All right, let's change. Really? Like, this game teaches well. Great sound. Great. It's clicky. It feels perfect, honestly. I don't have a password. By the way, this game is streamable because it has horror vibes. This is great. Oh, thank you. Good game feel. It's just solid. And by the way, the reason this makes me happy is because it's fast and reactive. There is no weird delays. There's no click, click, click. Nothing's happening. Notice how it's different sounds. Very thoughtful. Lots of thought has gone into this. I wish I could turn that off and it was on by default. That could be a nice little some world building or some immersion there. It's on and then I just click it and it but Thomas, you don't do that for your games. I do though. So like there's fans in Twisted Tower. In the demo it didn't do this, but now when you hit the fans with the hammer, they go and they break. Just little things like that. Oh my goodness, that scared me. Oh, gosh. That scared me a lot, actually. Are you done changing? There's a customer waiting. Hope you still remember to cook and serve after taking some time off. Come on. I'll remind you how it's done. Oh, sorry. Come on. I'll remind you how it's done before you mess up someone's order. Okay. Jeez. I'll brief you once, so listen carefully. Before every night shift, you need to prepare an amount of ingredients at the cash register. Just enough for the night. The delivery rider will drop off the fresh ingredients at our shop. I've already placed the order. It should be enough for tonight. The ingredients are on the kitchen table. Go ahead and unpack them. This game is so good. It's perfect. I'll tell you what to do next once you're done. Now, would I always like a little bit of ambience, a little bit of jazz music playing in the background, coming from a speaker? Yes, of course. But, oh, it feels so good. The game feel is just rock solid. Look at that. Oh, they know what they're freaking doing. Makes me so happy. Oh, it feels so good. Wow. It's just the little things, guys. This stuff matters so much. This is why I'm not really scared of AI games. They're just going to sink to the bottom. If you don't know what you're doing, you don't know what you're doing, regardless of having AI or not. AI can't tell you, hey, this is how you need to make this rotate. Hey, you should be really fast with this. You should make that faster. By fast, I mean it's super instantaneous. It's very clicky. That's very important. Even for a horror game, you want that. Now, if you're making like a AAA game, you can get away with an animation that grabs it slowly. But because the animation is so good and the sound is so good, you can get away with it. But in an indie game, just have it quickly go in your hand. That's great. All right. Unpack the ingredients. Sorry. Okay. I'm just really enamored with the... It feels like there's not metallic on that or something. I don't know why. I think it's because that corner has smoothness on it, and it's bothering me. Corners typically don't have smoothness because it rubs off. Like a shine, like a specular. Crevices have a lot of specular, actually. So this is just something that I've learned. A crevice like right here will actually have a decent amount of specular, and then it'll fade off towards the center of a tile. And that's to make it feel like over time, things have rubbed against the wall, against the top of the tile, but the crevices, they maintain their shine. That's why in a lot of like AAA games, you'll see shine on higher surfaces, and then on the lower cracks of things. So like inside the crevice of a sword, or the crevice of the hilt of a sword, you'll see a shine, but on the surface, it's rubbed off. Sorry, that's just a tangent. Let's pick it up, and... Sorry, I'm just thinking here. I was looking at the game feel, and I... Who are you, by the way? Hello. I love the... I would like an egg yolk Hamburg rice bowl. Oh, this game feels good. I love the character art. That feels great. Now go and take the customer's order. Make sure you remember what she asked for. All right, now grab one of the packaged meats from the table. Put it through the grinder over there. Spin the handle until the meat comes out shaped like a Hamburg. Roger, roger. Dude. Do I just do it in its packet? That's great. All right, now get the raw meat on the grill. Cook it until it's golden brown. Nice. Okay, okay. Wait. No, it's gonna burn. What did you say? Assemble egg yolk Hamburg rice bowl. So I guess you just want me to do this? What did you say? Oh, that. Good teaching here. Seriously. Step by step. So what is that? Oh, there's our rice. Okay. And I just put the meat on it. Okay. And then an egg. That's awesome. It looks delicious. That's a perfect egg yolk Hamburg rice bowl. Now go ahead and serve it to the customer by placing it on the hot plate. Look at that belly. Whoosh, whoosh. This looks awesome. Look at that art. I did. Okay. Oh. All right, looks like you got the gist of it. Remember to receive the cash at the cash register. I'll be in my office doing important meeting stuff. What is that? You're scaring me. Oh, we have another customer. I really like the art. I will say this game inspires me. It makes me feel like I want to do stuff like this for my next series of projects. Maybe like I guess you'd call them like singles. Like you just release it in 6 months, and they're just little horror motifs or horror vignettes, and they don't take 5 freaking years to make, you know? Okay, thank you for the money. Very good. Okay, we take another order. Bro, you got a big chest. Oh man, guys, I wish we could get to the scary parts. I really do, but we've got to go ahead and vote here. Me and my wife have to. I'm about to exit out of my Streamlabs again. I got to be careful not to exit out of the stream. That's what I did last time. I just clicked X on Streamlabs and it just closed the stream. Hey, let's go ahead and vote. You guys ready to vote? So we're gonna vote for our favorite game here. Let's jump into the stream here. And I'm gonna add to the chat which game is our favorite. Okay. So which game is your favorite, guys? I'm gonna do a poll here. Which game was your favorite? And if you're like, well, I didn't see the first game because of the stream dying. Click below and just take a look at Devoid, and then do it with the other games as well. Just take a look at every game, and let's just vote which game was your favorite. Devoid, and remember, Devoid was it was like a adventure sword game. And then the Hambegu Shop was like the horror 3D game. I'm writing this down for you guys. And then Where the Flock was the puzzle game. Okay? I'm going to start the poll here and let you guys vote. While you guys vote, again, just a big fat thank you, honestly, to all of you guys. I'm being fully sincere here. So many of you joined full-time game dev during Black Friday. And for those of you who don't know, Twisted Tower had budget cuts this year or last year. And so I've survived. You know, we're still published by 3D Realms, but 2024 was rough for a lot of publishers. And so they had to reduce the budget. And that reduction for the budget resulted in me, well, I let go a lot of my team. In fact, everyone was gone in October of 2024. And so I started taking sponsorship deals, and then also you guys showed up and started enrolling in full-time game dev. or continued to enroll in full-time game dev. And so this last 10% or 20% of development for my game Twisted Tower has been it's been funded by you guys. Even if it's just sponsorships who helped fund the game, without you guys showing up for streams and watching videos, those sponsors wouldn't be there. So sincerely, I want to say thank you. Thank you for helping me. Games are fully funded, whether it's Kickstarter or publishers. In 2024, it was hard for a lot of publishers. And so budget cuts happened. And I was sort of stuck thinking, man, what do I do? And you guys showed up. So thank you for letting me do these ad reads. You guys showed up for Black Friday. It's so awesome. Thank you so much. But more importantly, I do strongly believe that this course will help you in 2026. You've got 1 hour left and 36 minutes. After that, this thing is done. The sale is over. It's done with. This is a massive sale. And if you don't trust me, just take a look at the reviews, right? And you can even go to Trustpilot and look at the reviews on Trustpilot. Great reviews here. People went full time, which is just really cool. It's really, really cool. So check it out below. This is wrong here. I think there's like 10 seats left, and those will probably sell out in the next 2 hours. They may or may not. We'll see. Yeah, check it out. You also get 2D Art Pro, 3D Art Pro, and YouTube Game Dev completely free. But only for this massive sale. You're going to learn how to hit the Steam front page, how to pitch to publishers to get funded, how to get funded on Kickstarter, right? How to make a game in Unity, Godot, or Unreal, how to code, how to reach out to the press. But Thomas, why should we listen to you? I make games and I do YouTube. Shocker, right? I actually make games. But anyways, check it out below. See if it's something you're interested in. And let's go ahead and take a look at the final vote. I'm going to guess. I'm just going to make a guess. Wagyu, what was it called? The Hambagu shop is like overwhelmingly going to win. Number 2 will probably be the sword game, and number 3 will be the sheep game. I think the sheep game has a high level of intelligence behind it. I think the developer knows what they're doing. I just think that it's not strong enough of an idea. So really it's the idea, not the execution, that is going to make that game last. I think it's a solid title. And to encourage the developer, what I played was solid. You knew what you were doing. Those were the kind of games that I started out making as well. What I mean is like simple 2D side-scrolling games. So don't feel discouraged if yours is last on the list. Do not feel discouraged. Instead, it's really an idea thing. And that's a good thing. It means that the idea is just generic, right? Maybe I'm wrong about the sheep game. It might be second place. Let's go ahead and take a look here. Alrighty. Okay, no, Thomas was right. Hambagu Shop was not overwhelming. I'm surprised. I think Hambagu Shop is really good, guys. I think that's a rock solid game. And it's marketable and it's sellable. In fact, I'm curious if it's been streamed yet by other streamers. It seems like a solid title. We can take a look here. Devoid is just about tying, which is interesting. I guess Devoid is great. It's a great game. I just think Hambagu Shop is probably going to... My theory is Hambagu Shop, if there's good jumps... How am I saying it right? Hambagu? If that game has a lot of jump scares in it, let's go ahead and take a look and see if it has. Hambagu Shop game. Let's see if it has reviews here. Okay, learn more about the demo. Oh man, it's a good game though. It only has 19 user reviews. That's a good game. It feels great. Let's see what people don't like about it. Too short. No real horror. I was just assuming there was going to be horror in it. One of the worst game demos I've ever played? No. No, it's solid. That's a solid game. What other games has Mike 10 made? The Boba Tea Shop? I told you. I freaking told you. Look how many... I'm sorry. I get some credit here. The Boba Tea Shop is like the same universe, basically, same mechanics. Right about what I said, which is 500 to 1,000 reviews. So this one is probably going to do the same. I wonder if the demo is struggling too. Yeah, yep, same sort of struggling. For some reason, the demos struggle. Anyways, I love you guys so much. I gotta run. I gotta go run errands with my kiddos and my wife. I love you guys so much. And again, just be sure to check out Full Time Game Dev. You got an hour left. After that, it's over.